this with you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, welcome. Oh, let me just bring up the slideshow now that I've got internet and that everything is working now.
You got internet?
Hmm?
Really? Sorry.
Here we go. There we go. Just bringing this up.
We've never done a panel before, so please bear with us. But we're very excited.
Mm-hmm.
What we don't have in experience, we will have in enthusiasm.
We have so much enthusiasm. Did you say it was too loud, Dana? Is that what
No.
you said?
No.
I didn't hear what you said. Anyway, welcome. I know. Should we wait for more people or should we just get started? I think we'll just get started. Okay.
I think let's get started.
Okay.
Oh, you can drive though.
Well, let's first introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about ourselves first. I'm Jessica Robbins. I'm also known as Cathysophy. You'll see some of my artwork in the museum. I usually put up my stuff for, I'm so sad bonsai's going because this is where I'd have like the contest, the art contest, all that stuff. I'm going to miss that. I've been attending for 15 years and sometimes I do Artist Alley. You might see me around. I've been a fan of Twisted Wonderland for 2 years now. It's been a deep dive. It has been crazy. And so I've been into other otomes, dating sims and stuff like Angelique Token Rambu, Harknar Token Nakade, Utapri, and the Arcana. So this is kind of how I got into it. So Sierra, will you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sierra. I've been attending bonsai on and off for the last 10 years, and Jess and I met on the internet through a different game that she did fan art for. And one thing led to another, and we became best friends. And now it's 10 years later, and here we are doing a panel together, which is crazy.
Wild to me.
And so she was very into this game, and I thought, okay, I'll just play through a few chapters so I can understand what she's talking about, because I want to be a good friend. So I played through book 1, and I had no intention of going beyond that, but as soon as the final boss of book 1 hit, I called Jessica.
You were crying.
You didn't tell me it was going to be sad.
I thought something serious had happened. She called me up, I was napping, and she goes, you didn't tell me it was going to be good.
It was really good, very emotional. Anyway, and from that point on, I was hooked, and now here we are hosting a panel.
About this. Well, while we're talking, so I'm just going to show some of my art. So I do fan art of it too online. You might have seen some of this stuff. Might not. It's okay. So I usually just do art for fun, so I don't really sell much. But anyway, that's just letting you guys show. So first of all, this is going to be an interactive panel. We do have polls that you can interact with. So here's our first one. It says, have you ever heard of Twisted Wonderland? So we're going to go ahead and get our poll going here. Oh, I guess I could have clicked on it on the slideshow. Sorry.
That's all right.
There we go. Let me bring it up sideways. Sorry.
Perfect.
Side by side. I know you guys
It's
keep
like
trying
getting
to
bigger and smaller.
Trying to get the response here.
Yeah, we want to see as they
Oh,
as
it's
they
going to be a
pour
live
in.
response thing too. Oh, we are so excited to have you. Is it too small? It's not reading it? Okay, let me.
It was, but now it's not. So
Oh, let me make it bigger again.
Just-
Okay,
we'll make
just
it
for a
bigger for a
second,
while.
I'll make it big again. I guess we could have done a raise of hands with this one. We thought it was.
Oh, yeah, we could have,
We
huh?
never knew. We didn't know like what size of group this was, but we also want to test out to make sure that our polls work. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to see if our polls are working and if this is a good way that we can, gauge how many people know what Twisted
Has
Wonderland
anybody been able to scan it? Is anybody in? Nice.
Nice.
Is anybody in
Welcome,
the system?
come on in.
Hi, come on
We're just
in.
starting. Come in. Oh my gosh, look at all these people.
We're just doing our first poll if anyone's heard of Twisted Wonderland, so we can kind of get a feel of if our audience is new to it or if they're diehard fans.
Oh, but we're going to talk about it either way.
Yeah.
It's like nobody, they're like, we don't know this game. We're like, oh, well, I guess we're not going to talk about it. We will. Okay.
All right, shall we see?
Okay,
what
let's see the
responses are here?
responses. So we've got, oh, never heard of
Oh,
it.
a lot of people who are new.
Whoa.
Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoy.
Oh, we're gonna show you
Heard of
everything.
it, and yes, I have too. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
A little under half.
Oh, sweet. And then up here at Bonsai, I thought through YouTube, Japanese release right now.
Right now.
I'm excited to learn about it. My friend plays it. I love Japanese fan dubs. Fan dubs.
Fan dubs. I haven't heard of those. That's cool.
I think there was a fan dub, like an English fan dub that was going.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we got a mix of folks then.
So when we're starting to talk about Twisted Wonderland, we have to talk a little bit about a little tiny series you might have heard of called Black Butler.
Pretty obscure.
Pretty obscure anime. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Well, the reason why we have to talk about it is because the original original creator of, like the idea person behind Twisted Wonderland, is the person who wrote Black Butler, Yama DeVoso. And she was approached by Aniplex and Disney back in 2016 to start this project. And so I've never watched Black Butler. You have, though.
Yeah.
You will see definitely the character designs. You'll see the character designs definitely from a lot of this. Oh yeah, you'll see these and be like, oh, that looks like Sebastian.
You can tell that it's her.
Yeah, you can tell it's her.
So Disney came to her and they're like, hey,
Will you make this project?
will you make us some guys?
Make us some guys. Anyway, and she was like, I'm good at that.
And she's a Disney diehard, so she was so excited.
What she did is she went through and she watched like every Disney movie up to like now, even like Descendants. She watched all the Marvel movies. She watched interviews and like behind the scenes stuff. So she is deep in the Disney lore. So,
and you can tell when you get into some of the nitty gritty details.
Oh my gosh, the stuff
the
that
little
happens.
Easter eggs that happen in the game. Oh, it's pretty fun.
It's crazy. So let's talk a little bit about what Twisted Wonderland is like. So it's a little bit of like Harry Potter meets Kingdom Hearts meets Descendants, except better. Don't take it from what it is. However, there's a little bit of Godfather, 2001: Space Odyssey, and Inception, where there's like a dream within a dream within a dream. One where like there's a killer robot that takes over and tries to kill everybody. The Godfather, because there's some mafia stuff going on in there. So, however, it's like a fresh take on Disney movies. It's like I went through and I watched Disney movies over again. And it really brought out a lot of things I've never noticed before about Disney movies. What do you think?
I like it because we all love these classic Disney movies, right? But it's like a fresh take on them without altering the source material.
Oh, like the live actions they've been doing?
Yeah, like it's not like a recreation. It's more like they're pulling and expanding from it, like years and years into the future. This is where, these worlds are now. Without giving it the sequel treatment. I'm looking at Pocahontas 2.
So it's not.
They don't ruin the source material. It just adds to it, makes it richer.
Just delicious. delicious content. So here's what the kind of media it is. We'll talk a little bit about the media. So right now, it's a visual novel, which is a turn-based RPG rhythm game, and they go by books. But there is also other ways that you can participate in this right now. There's an anime on the way. So once the anime drops, they haven't announced it. They said they're working on it.
It's going to be on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus is going to be.
I know.
Yes. It's going to be on Disney Plus. So right now, how you can participate in. So they have 2 manga series going. They've got the first chapter. Wow, the art is beautiful. We've got the novel. In fact, I say the novel is the best way to participate, just because you really get into the characters and the depth, and the writing is so good. Like,
what's the difference between all these books, Jess?
Well, that's a good question. Well, there's in the game, you're the main character, and you're going to this magical school. However, they add new characters for these different books. One of them is just The Boys Being Silly, which is the anthology series.
That's my favorite, personally, because it's just boys being boys having a good time at school.
I really like the novelization. I think there's some really good stuff that happens in the manga, but like the main character is kind of like a plain everybody kind of guy. I was kind of like, I hope they don't like adapt the manga into the anime, because I feel like there's better things they could do. Anyway, I think we're getting lost. We got to talk about the game.
Okay, get in it. Oh, and then I wanted to mention that the game is free to play. I haven't spent a penny on this game because, on a principle, I don't want to be pouring my money into a gacha game, because there is gacha components where you can, but I have every card of my favorite character. And I haven't spent a penny. So,
is the next slide our characters? Oh, well, I think we might have to go back to the slide after we introduce some characters. How about those of you who have played the game? Let's hear about who your favorite character is. I am so excited to see who everybody's favorite is. I see some phones up, but there's a lot of people who've never heard of this.
Golly, I wonder who your favorite character is, Jess.
I wonder. It could be this little blue-haired freak that's everywhere. It's Hades' great something grandson.
Because I don't see him on the book.
You don't see him on the book? Oh, he's in there.
He's in there.
He doesn't like
But he's not. Those are just the first year.
Those are the first year
students. Yes?
All of the above.
All of the above, right? And the answer is yes.
I love the
That's the thing. We're going to talk about that more later. They're all, I like all of them. They're all interesting.
We've got some 3 responses here. What? Who's the favorite?
I think there's just one response.
No.
It's Malleus.
It's got to be Malleus. Who is it?
Yeah! Wait, was it Malleus?
I can't tell.
One more. Yeah! That's my favorite. Good job.
Oh wait, we've
Crown.
got one purple. Who is this?
Is that Grim?
Jade?
You don't have,
No,
oh, Riddle?
Riddle's good
no,
one.
that's it. Well,
I love Riddle.
Is there a Ruggy
Who
fan
said
in the
Ruggy's a
audience?
cutie though? So.
Oh, yes!
Okay, somebody smile.
They're all so good,
I
so there
love
are
them.
no incorrect answers here.
All answers are correct, except for no. Okay. So let's introduce the boys, which is the heart of the series. So first of all, we have the Hartsfield house. Now the thing about this series is that it's set up like Harry Potter, where there's different houses, and they're all based on different villains. So each house has a bunch of guys that have kind of like they're based off of the Disney villains. This is Alice in Wonderland. This is Hartsfield, and we have Riddle. We have Ace. He's over here. Deuce is with the blue hair. In the green hair is Trey, and then we have Cater with the orange hair. And so they're the Alice in Wonderland.
So we've got the Queen or the King of Hearts in the middle, and then we have the card soldiers.
So that's what they're based off of. Next up we have Savannah Claw. We've got Scar. And it's kind of like, it's weird how they've made these anthropomorphic characters where it's like, oh yeah, we evolved through time to look like humans. And you're like, okay.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, they did. They said
canon?
that is canon.
I didn't know.
They evolved, yes. So it is
Good for them.
I mean, it makes sense because there's like some movies like Pinocchio where there's a fox and a cat walking around.
That's
Like,
true,
what
that's
in the
true.
world? It makes sense. So we've got Leona here. He is related to Scar, and he's part of a royal family, so he's a prince. We've got Jack, who's just based on Disney wolves.
They needed a wolf guy.
Man,
and
they
they're
should-
like, we have some wolves in
We
Disney.
got some wolves. And then we have Ruggy. He's a cutie. He's the hyenas. Yeah. So he's so funny. He's just a little silly guy. Then we have Octobelle. We have Ursula's guy. His name is Azul, and he owns this little restaurant on campus. And he's got his two. What would you
Eels.
call that? The two eels.
His lackeys, the two
The lackeys.
eels,
They'll be
Floyd and Jade.
Floyd and
Yeah,
Jade, they're twins.
Like Flotsam and Jetsam.
They are so, oh my gosh. Flotsam and Jetsam, Floyd and
Say,
Jade.
oh, you said never.
Okay. Then we have Scarabia, we have Jafar, and then this one's actually, he's based off of the Sultan. And they have a really interesting story if you're interested in why is the Sultan considered a bad guy. Well, there's some...
Wasn't he an outlier? Didn't he?
He's an outlier,
Wasn't
yeah.
he going to go to the Royal Sword Academy?
Yes,
or
he
something?
was. Oh,
the
we'll talk.
opposing school.
There's an opposing school.
Because he's one of the good
Good
guys.
guys have their own school.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we got how do you say Pomfiore?
That's
We've
how
got
I've always
Bill.
said
Me
it.
too.
This is Bill. He is the fairest of them all. He is the queen. And then we have Rook. He is based off the hunter. And then we have Apple, who is based off of the poison apple, which is kind of odd. Very interesting. And then my favorite boy, he's a freak. This is Inga Hyde, and these two brothers here, they have a tragic backstory. We'll talk about stuff later. Anyway, this is Idia and Ortho. Ortho's the little robot boy.
His little brother.
His little brother.
Who's
So,
also
yeah, so they're based off of Hades. So these are actually, they are related to Hades, and they call it the family curse as they get the flame hair. And so,
That's really cool.
I know,
Like
it's
it's
so...
like cyberpunk.
Yes, he is
That's
cyberpunk.
so
It's all
cool.
now. Oh man, the underworld. What happened? Don't get me started
You
talking.
can't talk about spoilers,
I
though.
can't. Okay, I can't talk about what happened to the underworld.
No, you can't. Well, we gotta move on.
Sorry.
My favorite.
He's related to Maleficent. That's Malleus.
He's the poster boy.
He's the poster boy. He's a sweetheart. He likes Tamagotchis and ice cream. And then we have Sebek over here. He's kind of based. They're kind of based on like the minions, Maleficent's minions. We have Grandpa up here. Yes, that's a spoiler. This is
Lilia.
Lilia. I always forget his name, even though I love him.
He's older than he looks because
And
all
this
shows
is-
are.
This is Silver, and he's actually based off of Aurora. He's like related to Aurora.
Actually, he's based off the needle and Spec.
And he's also based off of the sword.
What would you say Sebek's based off of?
The needle that makes her fall asleep.
Oh, and Sebek's also based off of the
lightning bolt.
Yes.
Oh, that makes a lot of
This
sense.
is the spin. That's why it's
Spindle.
spindle.
So this wand here is a spindle.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
So let's talk a little bit about, oh, now we have staff members at the school.
For all
Oh my
That's
gosh.
Dr. Felicia.
Yes,
Dr.
that's my
Felicia.
favorite.
So cool.
And what's funny is they talk about Dr. Felicier. They don't call him by name. Is the thing with these characters.
They're like, oh yeah,
They
this
can
guy a
do-
long time ago.
Long time ago. Yeah, so he is related to Dr. Felicier. We've got Cruel, who is based off of Cruella de Vil, of course. Crowley is the headmaster. He is based off of the evil crows that go along with the villains.
Oh.
Maybe.
We're not sure he's mysterious.
Oh.
We have Train, who is based off of the evil stepmother from Cinderella. And then, of course, there's Vargas. He teaches PE. And he's
Yes.
And then we've got like ghost roommates.
Ghostbusters?
Ghost roommates.
That looks like it's from Ghostbusters.
No, they're actually from the Lonesome
We
Ghost.
never talked about Grim.
We did talk about Grimm.
He's your roommate.
So this little evil cat thing, you wake up and he's there and he's your little roommate. But
And he wants to go to magic school too.
he can go to magic school as a treat.
So is it,
But he's a cat, he's not like an actual.
we're not sure what he is.
That's
He
the thing
has
that's part of the
flaming
mystery.
ears and he wants to be a great mage and you can't do magic, but you're
But he
landed in
can.
this world.
So he's like your little familiar.
So
in
you
this
guys are
world.
like a little set.
Oh, so it's a isekai.
Yes,
an
you count as one
isekai.
student.
Yes.
It's kind of like an
Yeah,
isekai.
you get
Well, in
dragged
the-
in through the mirror, magic mirror,
Oh,
and you end up in this world, and he's kind of like your little buddy.
The little rascal
Wait, what
mascot.
evolution? What the heck?
So we were going to talk about who's your favorite staff member. I guess if you know the staff members, you could go ahead and do this one. I know a lot of you are new to this, so
Or just the one you like on first
yeah.
glance.
First glance, go ahead and tell us at first glance. Did you put Crowley's on? Is he on there?
Oh,
Everyone except Crowley.
everyone except Crowley.
Oh, you hate Crowley. Go do your job, Crowley. He's not. Let's see the responses for favorite staff member. Oh, look, Cruel. Yeah, Cruel's dad.
Well done, that's the correct
Answer. And Sam. Sam's also. What was that?
He's the honorary parent.
He is the parent, yes. Go to Cruel. Oh, man. Okay, so actually we're going to talk about the art. So in this game, what you do is you get these cards of the boys. This is Melius. This is Spindle Dude. So the artwork, oh my gosh, the artwork for this series is amazing. So you get these pieces of art on their cards. You get these cards to battle with. And then you can do what's called groovifying them. You groovy in them. And they get this major, beautiful artwork.
You get a whole new piece of art based on a little story.
Oh, they get a little story too. I forgot about that. So this one I just thought was a good example. This is actually Maleficent's chair
From the movie.
From the movies. Yes, I was actually looking at that at Disneyland. I'm like, oh my gosh, Melius sits in that chair. Yes, you got a question.
So probably my question you probably already went over it.
Oh, yes.
So are these characters like a gender swap version, or are they just
No,
like,
they're
based
just
off of
they're
like,
descendants. They're
Oh, okay.
family long.
Years and years.
So all Disney movies happened 1,000 years ago in one world,
Okay.
and this is like their kids. They don't know they're related to them though.
Distant.
Distant
And so
relatives.
are they basically, does that mean in this world that also means that all the villains live in the exact same world?
Yes. So we'll talk about the world in a second.
Okay.
So that's
Good
coming
question.
up. That's a very good question. So this is actually my favorite card art. This is the little Hades kid.
Whoa.
He's a little angel baby.
Whoa.
I know, their art is amazing. So that's the Hades, one of the Hades kids.
This is the groovified version.
Yes.
So the first illustration is beautiful, but then you get like this
really
one,
beautiful.
and you get to hear the little story behind why he's glowing pink, and it's just really
Yeah, so
nice.
each one of these pictures has a little story.
As a
at the
little
end.
treat.
As a little treat. This is Bill in the window, you know, the evil queen in the window. So that's a really good picture. And then here's Ortho again, because this is him being deployed with the Cerberus. So he's part of the Cerberus team, which are like, they're like a cybersecurity.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Very
I
dynamic.
know, I
That's a good way
love
to
the
describe
art. That's another thing I love about the series is that the art is amazing.
The one thing I'm really glad about though is that in a lot of games that I've played, most of the time their bodies are very like unproportionate. Like their hands are huge and their heads are small.
Yeah.
This is like, it's perfect.
I know, right?
Look good.
So we were going to talk about favorite card art. I know that some of us have played it. This is more of like an open answer.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you guys go ahead
Yeah, give
and
her a
do
minute to
this
type
real
in.
quick. Yeah. Oh, so this one's just kind of like open. Tell me about your favorite card art or what you like about the card art, because there's so many.
There's a
Oh
lot.
my gosh.
And after the panel, Jess
I have
has
an
some
art book.
art books you
Yeah.
can come and flip
So they
through.
have art books. They have books about the world. And yeah, if you want to flip through the art book, it's up there after the panel.
Where do they sell it?
I bought this one at Banzai last year, but they sell them at, there's one coming out. Barnes & Noble will be coming out with one that's translated soon. So the manga you can get at Barnes & Noble. I got that one, the manga, over at the Barnes & Noble across the street over here. Yeah, so it's
And then
there.
these two, will they be?
Those ones are coming out. Those ones are being translated, but those ones I ordered. Like this one's standing up, I ordered online.
And then one of them we got like from a Japanese bookstore in
Oh
California.
yeah.
So like I can't get them, but hopefully they'll be here.
Yeah, they're
In
coming.
English.
Knock on wood.
We think this is gonna be huge, you guys. And
It's
you
gonna
can say,
be.
we were here first.
I was there. I saw it before it was cool. It's gonna be everywhere. Let's see what the favorite card art is. Okay, so Notre Dame.
Ooh, idiot Notre Dame art. That's a solid answer.
Oh,
There's
they do events with different parts of the world.
There's a like Hunchback of Notre Dame
Ooh,
school, and they go
Malleus's
there for a
ballroom
minute.
card.
Oh, another good one.
Lots of Malleus. Idiot's Ghost Bride Groovy. I'm so
That's my
mad.
favorite one.
Man.
Rubified Malleus in a drum uniform.
Oh my gosh.
Idiot Ghost Bride, also very good.
Yeah, Silver's card. Oh, that
I
one's
haven't seen
cute.
that one.
Aw, Silver is just such a cutie. Okay, they're all good. Oh my gosh, let's talk about them. Okay, so let's talk about what we like about these characters. What draws us to these guys? Would you like to go over this
Sure,
one? Yeah.
I would love to. So the cool thing about these guys is that they're not the good guys. They're very flawed. They struggle with pro-social behaviors like being polite and getting along, and because they're the bad guys, right?
Well, they don't know they're bad though.
Well, I don't know, like
They just have
They're-
attitude problems.
Well, the thing is, they're not like, you know how Disney has this thing where they're like, we can't make our characters be too bad because it's like that they're supposed to be the perfect example for everybody. We're Disney. We've got a question back there.
Not really a question. If you compare it to like episodes of House of Mouse, how the villains act.
You're right.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
example.
I love just them interacting with each other, but they're really selfish and they have a lot of room to grow as
Mhm.
characters, and they do throughout the
They
series.
do, and they're not evil. They're not gonna
Oh,
kill people. But
Yana actually talked about this. Oh, well, Yana talked about this. Yana said that she had to think about what a villain is, and she said that she came up with the idea that it's somebody who has such a strong force to do something, but they're not afraid to hurt people to get it. So that's kind of these guys. Yeah. Anyway,
That's a good.
I'm gonna go to the
synopsis.
next one. Yeah. So here's some things that actually happen in game. We got the selfie uploaders every day.
The translation is so funny.
I laughed so hard.
The localization team is very good.
We've got jail for 1,000 years, like the vignette tweet. Jail for 1,000 years. It tastes so good, it made me want to slap my mama. I would literally die if we smooch your roof. That was a good one. And Rome, all that means is a personal favorite.
And I mean, out of context, I don't, when you're in there and you're reading it, and the cool thing is the localization team has done so well, you can probably pick most any line just out blindfolded, and be like, oh, Reggie said that.
Yeah, you can tell
You
which
can tell,
character said that.
yeah, because they're so well personalized in their
Oh my
dialogue, and I love that.
I've laughed so hard at some of these things. So funny. What up, class? Let's get this meeting rolling. Oh, okay, we're gonna talk about our favorite guys and why we like them. I like Mr. Depressio over here. He's just adorable. I just want to destroy. I want to push him down a flight of stairs, but I also want to. He's the worst. Sierra, would you like to talk about your guy?
Sure. And like I said before, the game is really good because all the characters are likable
They're
and
all
interesting in
likable.
some way. I mean, and then the little stories that you get, little snippets about their school life and their interactions with each other, and it's fun and it's funny, and that's one of the reasons I like it, is there's not one bad egg among them.
Oh.
But the best egg, of course, in my opinion, is Malleus.
Malleus is such a good egg.
He's very overpowered. He struggles to be a
He
person
never gets
because
invited to anything.
that's like a running gag, is that I wasn't invited to this, like Maleficent wasn't invited to the christening. Anyway, he struggles to be a person because he is a dragon, which is really cool. And he really likes the player character. He thinks the player character, you, is the coolest. And that's one of the things I love too. He's obsessed with you in the best way. And I think he would be an excellent boyfriend. Yes.
When you say totally overpowered, do you mean like via gameplay or
Yes.
like just the?
Both.
Oh.
His cards are powerful. And within the game,
Okay.
they're, I
He's
don't
like
know.
one of the top 5 magicians in the world.
Yeah, he's
He's pretty good. Oh my gosh. So they're all so
He's
good.
the prince.
He's the prince. Yes, I forgot. He is
He's
a
the heir.
prince.
I mean,
He is the heir. It's
Oh, we're also going to talk about what's everybody's least favorite character. Those who know the series, who's your least favorite?
And it's funny because I have a least favorite, but I don't dislike him.
Who is it?
Let's let the people know.
Let's hear what the people have to say. Because there's some that don't hit as good as other characters, but they're still all great.
Because I mean, I know your least favorite, but I really like your least
You
favorite.
like my least favorite?
And I think that's kind of the charm of the game, you know?
Yeah, the thing is that you have to get attached to the boys, yes.
I don't know. My option isn't on here.
Your option?
no.
Well then please tell
us.
If you would like to.
Vargas.
Oh, Vargas, I can see that.
we left out the staff member. Sorry about that.
I mean, staff members are kind of off to the side, but I understand Vargas is a weak character. Yes, what's that?
What if I love all of them?
Oh, you're welcome to love them all.
Then join the club, my friend. They're all so good.
You don't have a least. That's amazing.
Like them all.
Right? That's why the game I think is so good. Is I like them all. Anytime I get a card of anyone, I'm like, sweet.
I know they're all so good.
I love
Okay,
them.
let's hear the responses. Oh, Cater.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very interesting.
Trey.
Uh-huh.
There, he's a little.
Trey,
He's
kind
like
of
the
like
dad of the group.
he is very dad-like.
He's the
So
straight
we got
man
Trey.
in the gaggle of.
Who's this dark?
goofies.
This dark green is
I
that?
think that's Trey.
What's the light green? Let's see.
Scroll.
Sebek.
Oh, you talk about Sebek.
That
then.
was my least favorite was Sebek. Oh, there's more. Trey. Trey's getting,
Oh no!
Trey's getting dunked on.
It's just because he likes to brush his teeth and
Oh,
he's a
come
good
on. He
older brother.
loves teeth. Let him love his teeth, okay? Oh, no.
So no,
You know, you know.
So Sebek's your least favorite.
I just think he's a little too much, but it's also kind of funny. I can see why Trey can be other people's. What's your least favorite?
You know, I don't want to offend anybody because I like them all. Leona, if he was a real person, I probably would dislike him, but because he's a character, it's fine. You know, he's charming in his own way.
His own nasty way.
But no, I like Sebek because I feel like Sebek and I would get along really well because we just talk about how great Malleus is all the time. We'd be a little Malleus fan club.
Yeah, you'd have your shirts on waving your like, Malleus,
But
yeah.
they're all great. So
Let's talk about the world. So here's the world map that we know so far. We've got Scalding Sands, which is where, Sunset Savannah, which is where the Lion people or Leona's family's from. We have, I'm getting into teacher book here. We have the Shaftlands over here, which is a lot of like the European stories, like Snow White, Cinderella stuff takes place over in the Shaftlands. Up here we've got,
is that the kingdom? No.
that's the Thorn Kingdom.
Oh.
Briar Valley, which is where Malleus and all the Sleeping Beauty and stuff is from. Sunshine Lands, I think they talked about Little Mermaid there and how little
I think that's where all the heroes. Wait, when
No,
you say
no, no.
Sunshine Lands, or
They
the
talked
Coral
about how
Sea?
Ariel was from the Sunshine
Okay,
Lands.
okay.
Coral Sea is where Atlantica is. Kingdom of Heroes is where like Hercules and stuff took place. And Land of Dawning is where the two magic schools are. So we have
On this little island.
this little island there's called the Land of Dawning, and it's got two magic schools. And so throughout the world, you'll come across different things that happen in Disney movies. Like they bring up Beast's mirror and how they used it to communicate before they had cell phones. Atlantica is now a museum with all of Ariel's collection in it. The Golden Heart from Mickey and the Beanstalk it's kind of a basis for a holiday that they have. And then we've got the forest from Sleeping Beauty. They just go and visit. It's there.
So these are screenshots from the game.
These are from the game, yes.
Okay.
So it's so interesting seeing how this world is like actually lived in. It's so different from Kingdom Hearts because it's like it's all separated in Kingdom Hearts. But here it's like it's a living, breathing world where it's all meshed together and it makes sense. And so it's like seeing this stuff pop up and they're like, oh yeah, that's been around forever. The old mirror.
I recognize that.
I know that thing. So on the island, there's two colleges. This is Night Raven College, which is where the boys go, which this game is based off of. And they have the magic mirror from Snow White. And inside, it's kind of like the sorting hat where the magic mirror looks into your soul and sorts you into different houses. And on the other side is Royal Sword Academy, which is where the good guys go. We don't know much about them, actually. We don't see many from that. I think later they'll like I think there's a lot they could do with that.
There's a Snow White character that goes there, and there's the Cheshire Cat character. He goes there, and they come in and out.
Yeah, you'll see them every once in a while, but mostly it's in this Night Raven College here. So let's talk a little bit about the magic in this world. Oh my gosh, the magic. So in this world, they use these little stones called mage stones to take up their magic. And it kind of has a risk using magic. And every time you use magic, it produces something called blocked. And if you use too much magic or have negative emotions, you'll have something called an overblocked. And that's kind of like they go into a berserker mode. And each of these main characters kind of have a mental breakdown, and they turn into these crazy overpowered things you have to fight. Now, black ink spills out from everywhere. These big old ink monsters show up. I have a question back there, yes.
Sorry, not a question again.
Oh, yes. No, it's okay. No, it's fun. This is what this is about.
Something to relate it to is the video game Epic Mickey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when they re-released that, I was like, that looks like Twisted
Wait a
Wonderland.
minute, we've got this ink stuff going everywhere.
It's a recurring theme.
So the monsters that show up behind them, they're kind of like puppeting them. They look like the old villains. So eventually the magic user dies and this new thing called a phantom shows up. So there is this huge risk. So magic is kind of dangerous in this world. I love this aspect. It's so cool. There's an emotional element to this.
Can I talk about this
Yes, talk about this one.
one? Okay, good. Thank you very much. So the final boss of each chapter is one of the boys, and throughout the chapter, there's little things that are adding up. Like little things will happen, and you'll see little drips of ink, and like these emotional things are piling up until one of these guys gets to the point where they have an emotional breakdown.
You know?
As one does.
As you
know.
do.
And this one, if you know, you know. The reward for beating each boss is you get a glimpse into this character's internal monologue, and their motivations are laid bare, and you can see like inside what they're thinking, and it's very emotionally charged. And this was the point where I was like,
This is what got you hooked.
I'm gonna be in this for the long haul.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it was
What's
good.
funny is with Riddle, when you first start playing the game, you absolutely hate him.
I hated his guts.
Yeah, but then he becomes your son. I don't know how it happens.
It's true.
It's magic.
You defeat him as the final boss, and
You're hooked in the game. He's your son.
you see him with
You're
sympathy.
buying merch. You don't know what happened.
And now I would take a bullet for Riddle. Yeah. He was a real person.
That's amazing. Oh
And
my
that's the cool
gosh.
part, right? You hate him and then you love him. Yeah.
The first time, and tiny bit of spoilers, just tiny bit. When he goes up to fix your tie, it just made me.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, he does become your son.
Like, you know, like-
Spoiler, he comes up to fix your tie.
Well, it's cool because after you fight
It's a little thing, but still.
in the book directly after this one, the people in Hartslibial are like your allies, and now
Oh,
Riddle is
yeah.
helping you. It's like
It's
your
like
friends
you're gaining
now.
allies. The books you go and
Mhm.
you fight these guys, and then they become your friends. Yes.
So this is a question for more of the gameplay, because there's different types of games. So is this more of like a level stories as in
Yes.
like with levels, or is it like where you sorry.
Oh, it's a visual novel that has different chapters. So it's like, it's okay, I know. I feel that.
You choke.
You choke.
Explain.
Yeah, it's a visual novel, and so mostly there's chapters that you go through, and each chapter will either have like a music section, you probably will have like a little fighting
battles,
section,
yeah.
little battle, but it's mostly story. So, yeah, it's very high story based.
There's somewhere that has like a main menu, and you
Yes.
choose like the character, and then it goes through like.
No, it's all one story. So it's not like a romance novel where it's like Otomes where they have you go off on different areas with the guys. It's not like that. It's one big story.
Okay.
At the
However-
beginning of the game, you do get to pick one of the boys as like
Just
your
to have it
first
as your home screen.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a favorite, you can automatically get a card of them, which is nice.
Yeah, it's so nice. And they get to be on your home screen saying nice things to
It's
you.
not like you end up with one person.
No.
No, it's actually not a dating sim.
It's not.
Because I don't think Disney would do that.
It's,
But
yeah.
Okay.
we appreciate it like it is.
I think that it's not because but it's also, it's open to everybody, but it's also like, it
Mhm,
could, who knows? So with, we were gonna do like a pass around, but if you wanna say what your favorite Twisted Wonderland moment is, to those who have played it, we've got people who've never heard of it, tell them what you love about Twisted
You
Wonderland.
can take the mic, or you can
Just,
pop it in the poll.
yeah.
Jess, shall we start?
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about what my favorite moment is.
Man, there's just a lot of really good ones. There's so many funny moments that live in my head. Just last night, I unlocked a little short story about one of the Malleus's retainers, and he told the story of the first time he met Malleus, and he was running through the woods doing his night training or whatever, and Malleus happened to be there, and he's like, "Hey, good job, keep up the good work." And from that moment on, that character Sebek was like, "I will die for you," you know, just that validation. It was the moment that he was like, I'm gonna be your man, and it was just like sweet, you know, that these guys. Anyway,
I did think about one. There's one moment that lives rent free in my head where Vil, the evil queen guy, he uses you know, like Alexa or like on your phone. What is that one called on your phone? Siri. Yeah, he has one called Mira Mira, and so he goes, "Mira Mira, who's the most popular on YouTube right now?" Because he's like an influencer, and they say the Snow White guy, and he goes, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to go with my plan now." And the Mira Mira is like, "I didn't understand that." Dang it! I wasn't talking to you, phone. Stuff like that.
it's modern in that they have cell phones and things.
It's so
And they use magic.
interesting. Oh man, there's just so many good moments again. Yes.
Spoilers?
Oh, so, sure.
Like, kind of. It's very, very late game spoiler.
Ooh.
Are we
When you
talking
come
like
to-
book 7?
We talking book
Not
7?
book 7, book 6.
Oh, okay. We can talk book 6. That's been out for a year.
Book 6, the moment when you come to rescue Villain, he's like all house warden, and
Oh
then he's
my-
like, "I gotta kiss you because I'm so happy you're here."
Oh my gosh. I'm being kissed by Dumbledore.
It was like, it was nice.
Oh man.
Because
Book
he's the
6.
kind of guy that's not gonna, you know, he's a little standoffish, but at that point he was so grateful. He's like,
Okay.
"I'm gonna kiss each of you now,"
Yeah.
and you're like,
As a grateful kiss. Yes. You have a moment back there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, also just the entirety of book 6. Oh my god.
Book 6 is the best and the worst.
I have so many moments with book 6 that are not just book 6, the whole games, but like one that really stuck out to me was like when you, I mean, minor spoiler, when you reunite with Grimm, and it kind of shows just how much you really have grown to care for him, like both you and.
I feel like that's when he became my son.
I love him so much. That's my baby.
Seeing him, oh my gosh, seeing him cry in the jail cell, like, what did I do wrong? I said that there's a jail cell, that's not spoilers, but a little preview for your guys' ears. Yes, Kelsey.
So, I also really liked book 6 a lot, but the other thing that comes to mind most for me is whenever you level up Malleus's cards or like his spells or something, and his comment almost every time is like, "I don't know what I would do without you," like in my life or something like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
the best boyfriend.
Okay, we've got another. Are you also dressed up as like an Ursula? No, you're not. You're from a different thing. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, actually 2 moments because I feel like we kind of go on tangent. Meeting Malleus at Ram Shackle for the first time.
And he's outside.
And yeah, and then giving him his nickname,
Horton or Tsuntaro. Because it's, oh my gosh.
That's a good
Amazing.
one. That was the moment when I was like, I think he's gonna be
He's the
a
one.
fave.
He's the one.
Because he likes me too. It makes you feel like that, right, as the player character.
Because look at the moment we're trying to date.
Oh, sorry.
I know.
didn't
This
realize
isn't a dating sim?
What feels like this is a dating sim? What?
Go ahead.
I'm trying not to too many spoilers. I'm like trying to skip the Malleus ones because there's some more spoilers. But I was trying to think of one that has to do with Floyd. Wait, are you his gift?
He has the deep voice. Deep voice Floyd. If you know, you know. And I love how he like takes back the power. He's like, I don't like you with that voice. Give me that voice back. And he's like, oh, Floyd is a treat. Okay, so we're gonna. If we keep on going, was there anybody else who wanted to share a favorite moment? No. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's talk about some of the serious topics that happen in this game. So what's interesting about this game, it's not afraid to bring up some of these really serious topics.
Even though it's a Disney game.
It's a Disney game, and it kind of makes it feel like old Disney. That's what I'm feeling. It's like I'm feeling really nostalgic for it for some reason, because it's like it doesn't play it safe like new Disney. It's like very much like old Disney. We've got abuse, we've got loss, like death, people mourning, mental illness, poverty, generational trauma with Lydia here. He talks about how they screwed over their kids and their grandkids. PTSD with him as well. This poor thing's messed up. What a creature, anyway.
And I like that though because it makes it just feel more like
These
real,
are, I've been through
relatable.
this.
Right? Yeah. You know, everyone's
Bad
been through
stuff
crap.
happens, no wonder.
These boys have been through crap, and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
you know,
wow.
it's kind of, and it's nice, and it's not nice, but you know,
it's refreshing.
it's really, yes, refreshing is a good way to
relatable,
describe
yeah.
it. Yeah,
It's
you
like
know,
a breath of fresh
it's
air.
not like a sanitized, everybody's happy all the time. You know.
Rainbow, sunshine, and flowers.
Yeah,
No, there's poverty and PTSD.
there's sad moments where
Yeah.
you cry.
You cry. Oh my gosh, I've cried so many times in this game, which is a pretty anime boy game. Why am I crying? No, it makes you cry.
And I'm like, is this a Disney game? And they're covering this heavy topic?
Oh my gosh.
It's refreshing in
It
that
is
way.
so refreshing. Oh, so we're going to talk about, it's kind of a little segue here. We're talking about the events. So as the game goes on, there's a main story, and then there are side stories. So these side stories, they usually bring in a new character. Sometimes they go to a new place. Sometimes they're just fun and silly, like the Tsum Tsums up there. You guys ever heard of Tsum Tsums? I guess they sell them in stores.
The little Disney,
The
like,
little Disney little
bean
chubby
plushes.
things. Oh, they're so funny.
Oh, those Tsum
Tsum
Yeah.
Tsums, yeah, they have Tsum Tsums of them.
I noticed, yeah.
They do an event where like the Tsum Tsums come to their world and they have to deal with the shenanigans.
Shenanigans. I love shenanigans.
We gotta quit.
Oh yes, let's start over there. Yes.
I'm repeatedly talking, but anyway.
No,
Oh,
this,
please
this
do.
is what this is about.
I'm a little curious if you know anything about this. I've seen like artwork of a Jack Skellington based
Oh, we've been
character.
watching. Yes, we've been watching him. Me and my sister have been watching this one. It's the Japanese Halloween event that's happening this year. They go to Halloween Town, and there is a Jack Skellington character, but they also meet Jack and Sally. They're in the game, and so there are some where they meet Disney characters. And so there's this one with Stitch where they go into a book and they meet Stitch, and there's the new. Oh yes.
Sorry, I was gonna say, wouldn't it be not Jack Skellington, but his name?
Oogie Boogie?
Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
That's what you would think. That's the thing, is we don't know yet.
He also looks like the doctor that made Sally that has the black sunglasses.
Should I just show them a picture
Yeah.
of this
So,
guy?
anyway, it's because it's happening in real
I
time.
think his name is Scully.
Scully? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
I wasn't wanting to spoil anything, but yeah, Scully.
It will, this will be here in 1 year.
1
We always
year.
hit the events 1 year later.
I'm trying to
So
find the
look
preview.
forward to it.
It looks like Gojo.
He does look like Gojo. Hold on.
So they had a little teaser video for
Yeah, I'm gonna play the.
Yeah.
Well, might as well play the teaser video here
Yeah.
since
Oh
you
my
guys
gosh.
are here.
Yeah, where Jamil is caressing a pumpkin for some reason.
Why is he caressing that pumpkin?
Not
So here's the preview for it.
And some of the guys get to go to Halloween Town. This is the pumpkin caress. Very controversial.
Slowly here.
これぞハロウィン
So he says this is Halloween a lot, which is his deal, you know.
And the cool part is sometimes these special event boys, like Scully, there's a Frollo character from.
Oh, the Frollo character.
And then there's another character that's going to be coming up from the Pinocchio villains, and sometimes they come to the school. So sometimes we get some bonus boys.
Bonus boys. You know how it is. So I love the events. They're just another peek into the world. You had a question?
Yeah, so with the events, are they more like, you have to get a certain amount, like, you have to fight a certain amount and stuff to get, like, certain gems and things to...
I think so,
Yeah,
actually,
you have to collect
yeah.
certain things sometimes to get
Yeah, to get through the book.
Yeah, there's little battles interspersed, and as you beat the battles, you keep moving through the story.
Mhm.
And as you move through the story, you get
Oh,
like
it's more of like you have to level up, I thought. It's like,
You have to like collect a special charm.
a special currency. Yeah.
Well, like, with the events,
But-
like, are they paid?
no,
No,
they're
they're
not.
free.
We haven't paid any money with this except for the merch. Don't get me started on the merch. Yeah, no, it's free to play, so it's like more like, here, do this many lessons. And the lessons are kind of like a, you put the boys in school and you walk away from your phone. So it's idle kind of.
Yeah. Like the Phantom Bride, for example, that was my first event. As I picked up the game, it was like ongoing, you know, it was going on for a couple weeks. And, you know, so like if you beat the story, you get You
get
got
free
this guy
guys.
for free. You get this guy for free, and who else? I got him for free, and then this guy you had to pull for. But if you save up like your little keys and stuff,
Yeah, you get free guys
you
from these
can
events.
generally get your favorites if you save.
Are they reoccurring?
Yes, they sometimes do relaunch them. Like
This one's happened twice.
I think Harveston happened twice. That
Yeah,
one,
it did.
yeah, that one they just ended.
They go to Snow White's
They did Glorious
town.
Masquerade twice, where they went to Hunchback Notre Dame, and they met the Frollo character.
Yeah, who now goes to their school because
Yeah.
he was very popular amongst.
Oh my gosh, I have a
the
friend
players.
who loves him. So we do have fun events that are happening, like just, there's new ones coming out. This is the prime right now. New ones are always coming out.
Beanfest is what if
I
the
never
guys played paintball?
Yeah, I didn't get to see Beanfest. I'm sad. I heard that one was really funny.
It'll probably come back.
Oh, Scary Monsters was really fun. It was their first Halloween one. That was really cute. And there's tons of gameplay video online. If you're not into like how the game plays, I would say just go watch somebody play it because it is still so fun to watch.
And it plays out like a visual novel or a movie rather
Yeah.
than having to grind the battle.
Oh, grinding is a huge thing in this game. I'd say that's the downfall. But it's still so fun to participate in just watching people play it. So, favorite events, we already talked about that. Is that okay? Are we going to participate in the favorite event poll? Or are we good to go on?
If you guys have a favorite event, raise your hand and tell me. Or
Yeah, let's do that.
not. You can, if you're shy, you can put it in the poll.
Yeah.
What's your favorite event,
Oh,
Jess?
we've got a favorite event back there.
yes.
I mean, I really love the Glorious Bell one.
Oh,
I think
that's
everyone knows I'm
great.
obsessed with it.
It's so good though, their outfits.
So good.
You know what's interesting is, had you see somebody who, the Maleficent thing, with the live action Maleficent, where they took the outfit
Oh, yeah.
from, what's the name of her crow?
Golly, I don't remember. I just
Deval?
watched it the other day. Deval.
Yeah, so they took Duval's outfit and they put two of the guys in that outfit, so they are referencing movies like crazy.
So if you're a diehard Disney person, you'll be like,
I know that.
which is fun.
It's amazing. What's your favorite event, Sierra?
Oh, well, I love Ghost Bride simply because it's very funny and it was the first one I ever played. This Ghost Bride comes and is like, hey, I'm gonna marry Idia. And Idia
Kidnaps
says,
him.
please don't. And
I
all
wanna
the
read my
boys,
manga.
the boys one by one get like frozen or whatever.
The
until,
switcheroo.
yeah, until Idia's the only one left and they're all like, yeah, whatever, just take him.
Yeah, just kill him, smash the
And
ghost.
then they're in, a lot of them are in like nice, like formal wear.
You can see them in like,
And it's cute.
they go up to propose to the ghost girl.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
cute too.
They all have to like take a turn like to try and sway her from taking away Idia, and you get to see their best shot. And some of them are really good and some of them are really bad.
That's so fun. It's such a cute event. And then she ends up with one of her friends.
I'm like, oh!
It's not, I don't know. Anyway.
Let's see if anything has come up with the poll.
Oh, good idea. Yes.
I was not paying attention.
Good.
so-
Oh, good.
Yeah, I literally did not.
Okay.
Perfect.
That's a good, I'm sorry, I spoiled that one. Oh,
No worries, no
Any
worries.
responses? Let's see. No responses. I think we're good to go
Okay,
on.
perfect. Are we good to move on? Perfect.
Okay.
Here. Okay, well, no
We're
one's
good
here to
on
take
time.
this room, so.
Well, let's talk about some event ideas. This is my artwork here. So this is my idea for an event they could possibly do, which is a Lost in the Book with Pooh where they meet. Yeah, this is just for fun, some ideas. So this is my artwork where this is what it could be if they went to go meet Winnie the Pooh characters, which I think they might do. I predicted last year I predicted the Nightmare Before Christmas one. I predicted that one. So
I mean, I think so. I think
they
a lot of
gotta
the
meet the characters.
I think a lot of the player base is female, and I think Pooh Bear would be a hot commodity.
Hot commodity. Gotta do Pooh Bear. We gotta have the guys meet the characters. You gotta.
Do they need like Marvel characters? Or is
They
it-
could.
We've never
They've
seen
never
Marvel
seen
characters.
Marvel.
I really
But
want to Loki.
you know,
That would be
that's a very
amazing.
good one. So
Loki was-
this is
oh.
so this is exactly what this is about. Like, let's get some ideas going on what things we want to see in this. They could, because Yana Toboso watched the Marvel movies too. So that's part of anything that's assumed is canon.
That's true.
Yes, you have an idea. What's some ideas?
I'd like to throw in an obscure movie,
Mm.
The Black Cauldron.
Ooh.
Yeah, Black Cauldron. I'm surprised that, you know how Deuce, his magic, I forgot, we didn't talk about their ultimate magics.
Each boy has like a
special
signature
magic.
spell, and he summons a cauldron.
I'm surprised that's not the Black Cauldron. It has like the face on it. They could have. No, it's got a face on it.
Are they gonna meet the Hufflepuffs and
They sure.
That would be cute.
That'd be so
They have to fight them or something.
Uh-huh. Is there anything that you guys would want to see? Anyone who's played this, what do you think?
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but is there no like Mulan characters or anything?
They did reference that in the Halloween one, like they talk about Mulan, but they didn't do anything with Mulan.
They mentioned her like, oh yeah, this great woman warrior from long ago.
Silver loves Mulan. He's like, she's my idol. Yeah.
And then for the Halloween event, they do like a big Mushu-looking red dragon around one of the houses. They do a big decoration, and so you look at it, is that Mushu?
Yeah, but they talk about like an ancient guardian, but they could.
They haven't had an event yet.
Yeah, it's right it's like in the prime right now. They could. Yeah.
So her and I just had a really funny idea. So it's Frozen, but it's not with Hans. It's the big snow.
Marshmallow.
Yeah. And if you think about it, it could be a character. It's just like this really
Oh, I like that.
So like super like he's just like.
Oh, I love a big softie.
Oh, you
That
got
would
it.
be cute.
That's a cute idea. Yeah, people are always coming up with ideas for new villains or new voices.
Big Hero 6 just came to mind too. Maybe get some hero outfits for the boys.
That would be so cool.
Yes.
Hero theme. We could even. What about like Wreck-It Ralph, where they're like racing?
Oh yeah,
Wreck-It
little
Ralph.
race cars.
Little race cars.
And then the cars would be, the pictures would be in the cars.
There's so much they could do with events. They could do like a little racing thing. There's so much open to this. You can just put these boys in an event and off they go.
And I feel like we are in like, maybe not the infancy, but like the early baby stages of this franchise.
It's gonna be big.
Because Disney's pouring a lot of assets into it, like the different books and
English
novels.
Disney isn't doing much with it except for translating
They're
books.
slowly cranking it out, and I think when the anime gets here, I think it's gonna be like,
It's gonna be everywhere. Five Below, you're gonna be able to pick up figurines. I don't know. I know.
We'll see.
When did Disney pick this up? Was
It started 2020, so it's been going for 5 years. Yeah.
So this was a thing before Disney picked it up?
No, it's always been Disney.
It's always been Disney.
Oh.
The first thing you see when you turn the game on
Yeah,
is the Disney logo.
Yeah, Yana Toboso was
Wow.
approached specifically by Disney and Aniplex to make this series for them. So it is Disney all the way through. But
And I like that too, in that it's wholesome, in that you're not gonna, there's not gonna be anything like yucky. And
Nothing
I'm
yucky.
not a girl who likes
I don't know.
yucky things.
I kind of
Well, yucky,
Well,
like
I
adult,
liked-
and there's no adult themes, and I appreciate that.
yeah,
'cause I'm a little
there is.
pansy
They
baby.
do have like serious themes, but they didn't have like anything that's like icky. Yeah.
Fan service?
Yeah.
No fan service. Well, some of the new cards are a little bit like,
Oh yeah, they did that. I can't believe they did that.
You could literally just find anything
Most
online.
important.
Yes, right. The fans can do whatever they want.
that's
with
true, and they do.
it.
But that's kind of fun though.
Oh my
But
gosh.
within the game, like, okay, it's gonna be a good time.
Oh, let's talk about the theories.
With that, we're gonna try and avoid spoilers
We're
for
gonna
our
try.
new friends.
New friends, welcome to the fandom.
You have
Anyway.
theories about Crowley.
Crowley.
You think he's hiding something? Tell us more.
He sure is. So as a character design, he's wearing a mask. He's got so much covered up. He's got keys as his main thing. He's like, there's so much that you don't know about Crowley as the headmaster. He's the one with the mask, and he's based off of the crows. There's so much like theories and stuff surrounding him. Like you said to me that you didn't think that he was going to be anything.
I didn't, and then I've been playing through book 7, and now I redact that statement.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out what is Crowley's deal. Like he is hiding something. I think he knows more than he does. I think he actually summoned you to that world for a reason. Yes.
Well, we know definitely that he's a thing, because he talks like
He's got.
been there for a very long
He has pointy ears, which the Fae do, and he's been there for a few years. So he is a fairy type. He's a fairy kind of guy. So he knows more. He plays dumb.
He does. He pops in and out at the perfect moment.
He's like, oh no, everything's going downhill. I'll be on vacation. He goes on vacation in his vacation shirt while everybody's like, help, help. He's like, whoops, can't hear you. I'm on a tropical island.
I have some theories about Grimm. So the blue flaming ears, there's lots of people's theories about Grimm. We don't have anything, confirmed. We wonder if, he's like the Alice in Wonderland cat, if he was, like a little evil phantom, if the cat overblotted or something. I think the blue flame ears, I think it points to Idia somehow. I wonder if
They
Idia
talk
made him.
about that in book 6.
That's true, they do,
That
and they're like,
he's like an amalgamation of two things, but they
Mhm.
couldn't tell anything past that. So there's something up going with our little cat buddy.
They scanned him and they're like, I don't know what this
What
thing
is
is.
this? What's
But
going
I don't
on
know.
here?
Idia loves cats, and I think I wouldn't put it past Idia to try and DIY his cat.
DIY a
And
cat?
maybe this is what happened. I don't know.
I think Grim is definitely a DIY of something. Somebody put him together, but we don't know who or why. And I have a theory that he's a test to see if they can create life from blocked. To see if there's something going on with that.
So why would they let him be with you then?
True, you've
That's
got
a
a
good
point.
question.
Maybe to keep an eye on him.
Maybe that or maybe he was created to protect
He
you.
is starting, but the thing is, he does turn on. Sorry, I almost said something.
Maybe, or if he does turn on you or whatever, if that's the case, maybe it's because he's becoming more sentient and that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh.
Maybe he's a failed experiment.
I think he's a failed experiment. Yes.
Good.
We learned from Grim himself that his earliest memories are being in the forest and surviving.
He says that he wakes up cold and alone and hungry.
Yes.
And the first boss you fight in the entire game is a big, gray cat.
Yeah. I have a whole slideshow of like my theories on this. I don't know if I should bring that
We had
up.
a PowerPoint
We
night.
had a PowerPoint night and I was like, here's what Grim is. I think he's this thing. So I'm like, I have got like my tinfoil hat on. I've got my board behind me. This is why. Oh man.
Do we want to talk about Malice's father? That's book 7, which is
Spoilers.
pretty freshly released. But I don't know anything yet. This is
We
simply
just know that we
theory.
don't know who Malleus's father is. He disappeared.
His name is Rayvern, Raven, Crow, Crowley.
Dude,
Crowley
do your
has
job.
pointed
Go be a dad, Crowley.
Why didn't he abandon his son?
Yeah, why did he leave his son?
Because he's a bad dad.
Yeah, why were you summoned to this world?
Oh yeah.
So maybe you're gonna be a body for something.
Are you gonna go back to your world, or are you stuck
I
there?
don't want to go back
Right,
to
I
it.
want to stay.
I'm gonna stay here.
Are you running a panel? We just don't want to take up the room if.
Oh, no, I'm actually looking for a specific human being.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome.
Aren't we
Take
all?
a gander. That's funny. Sorry, I just don't want to be in here past our time yakking.
Oh, we've got like we've got time.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right. And will the parent? Yeah, I don't know if I want to return to the world, but there's always that. They're always talking about. Let's figure out how to get you back to your home world. I'm like,
Especially in book 7, that's like a big thing where they're like, hey,
oh,
we
that's
think
the
we
reason
might
why
be able-
Malleus.
Thank you.
Shall we move on?
Yes.
I feel that
So if you've played through the game, you know some of that was a nice dinner. Oh, leaving Malleus out. Oh gosh.
He gets forgotten
All
always
the
to be
time.
invited to things and
Yeah, That's whole. Okay, all of chapter. What chapter is this? Chapter 7. That's all of chapter 7. If you want to know what that chapter's about, how to dance well under pressure. Bill's holding a gun to you.
Bill says,
Oh, so I forgot the part where it says Bill on the hand.
oh yeah.
I should do a cartwheel.
And then Cater up here in the corner, he's always
You did good
on
now.
Magicam, which is like the world's Instagram.
Oh my gosh, the world has their own
Oh,
Instagram.
God.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh, I have more memes. I have like a folder of just memes. The memes are golden.
They're hot and they're fresh and
And
they're
they're right
coming
there.
out right now. It's fun
And,
to be part of, it.
yeah, be part of it. Get in the memes because the memes are so funny, especially if you know. If you know, you know. Oh, we're at the end? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
What's up?
I just on the meme with where they say Malleus, it's a move because it's very relatable to a friend group.
It's so relatable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Getting left out of the friend get together because they forget. It's Malleus.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. That's why we love him.
Yeah,
The
we
player
love
character.
Boy.
We would never forget Malleus.
Well, I guess this is the end.
Yeah, well, we've got some time, so if you want to come up and peruse the goods,
Books. We've got the goods. We've got the books.
if you wanna be friends with us on the game, you can use our cards in battle.
If you want to see something else about the game, I could also bring that up. This is open.
Something else? Oh,
Yeah, you know, if they're like, hey, show us another ad, like for the masquerade.
yeah.
Glorious
Like that.
masquerade.
So for every Halloween
Sorry,
event,
sorry.
they have a little like a little tiny trailer We can put the AMV back on in just a minute, because that was an amalgamation of little tiny animated clips that they've done. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You guys make us feel like $1 million.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much for coming to our panel and listening to us talk.
We love
You guys
talking
have been
stuff.
amazing. Thank you for participating. You guys are just the best. You guys are what make bonsai go round. So thank you so much.
Oh, I'm so sad we're not gonna have bonsai again.
We'll always have bonsai.
We'll always have bonsai, that's right. Yeah, but we might show up at different conventions, who knows? And then you guys will be addicted to Twisted Wonderland. You'll be like, thanks a lot.
We can talk about
There's always Fan X. Is it
There's,
Fan X?
there's Fan X, but there's also HachiCon that's coming up, but nothing
Wait,
will
is
be
that-
like
is that
bonsai.
here?
No, I
No,
don't
Salt Lake
know.
Summer?
HachiCon's a new one.
I haven't heard much
I
about
didn't go.
HachiCon.
Where's
Yeah.
that at?
How Twisted Wonderland, I'm glad I came here to come see this with my uncle. I like the lore.
Oh, the
The
lore
lore.
is the lore is so
Lore is my
good.
favorite.
This is just a sampling.
agree.
This is all just a little tiny taste of what Twisted Wonderland is. I hope we were able to explain it a bit, get you guys excited about it, because that's what this was all about, was just getting excited about it. And those who are here who have played it, being able to show how excited you guys are about it. Because
Be excited together.
I've been alone in this for, not alone, but like 2 years deep in the trenches of Twisted Wonderland.
And the first chapter is a little tough to get through.
Oh, we do need to talk
But
about
I think
it.
you should just keep, if you just get to the final
Watch it
boss
play
of the
through.
first book, and if you're still not digging it,
Yeah.
then watch it online. But
Or read the novel.
Oh,
The
yeah.
novel's a really good
there's
introduction.
lots of ways to enjoy it, which is nice.
That's a nice thing, yeah. And when the anime comes out, be sure to peek at that. Unless it's garbage. I don't think it'll be garbage, but
I hope it'll be good. I
Yeah.
feel like they're taking their sweet time because they want to make it just right. It's gonna be on Disney Plus. It's gonna come
Cross
from
your
Japan,
fingers.
and I wonder if some people might be like, "What's this
Man.
anime?
What
on my
what
Disney
is this
Plus?"
anime?
I don't know. They put all kinds of stuff on Disney Plus.
You know,
So
yeah, they can throw whatever garbage they want onto Disney
yeah,
Plus.
well, they have all kinds of things.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's it. Dana, you have a question, yes.
I thought you had some slides on the voice actors.
We didn't talk about the voice actors. I did originally have that on the characters.
That was cut for time.
That was
Aw.
So Riddle here, he's voiced by the Tanjiro voice actor from Demon Slayer. If
He
you want
voices
to
a
know
lot of
that.
things.
So they do have some really high quality voices. It's mostly voiced.
It is mostly voice. That's
I
another
forgot
thing. It
about
is in
that.
Japanese.
Voice is Japanese, yeah.
But then there's all these English subtitles.
This actually, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it reminds me of Mr. Love's Queen's Choice.
I've never heard of that.
They have an
No.
anime
They
and
have like
everything. They
a
were
Wonderland. It's like the
Mr. Love's Queen's
wait,
Choice.
what? Which one is it?
Mr.
The
Love's
Alice in
Queen's
Wonderland.
Choice.
It's like the Alice in Wonderland.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a really, it's actually really good.
Oh. I that's how
You
I
played it
oh,
too,
yeah,
Chelsea?
he's done. He's like,
I haven't played Mr. Love's Queen's Choice because they switched out the voice actors because one of them said that they supported something. It was like 2 years before he got the job. And they were like looking at his thing, they're like, oh, he got that. He was a really famous, he is the voice actor of Bond from Seven Deadly Sins. So he was like a big one, and he was
Great voice.
his voice was so awesome in that one. But they took him out, and then Gavin's voice, I forgot another one. He was also very, very popular dubbed voice actor. They just kind of just yoinked them out, and they're not even in the anime. But I really liked the story. It was really good.
Okay, and you say it's an anime, and is it a game?
It's first it originated as a game. I think it was a Chinese game.
oh, I
It came out.
see.
Is it a phone game?
It's a phone game, yeah.
Cool.
And, yeah.
Appreciate the rest.
Thank you. Yeah, so feel free to come up if you want to look at the stuff. This is a bit of my collection.
We should have brought
And a bit of your
more.
collection too, huh? So yeah, if you feel free to come up, I'm just gonna play the video just to show that they do have these little animated segments. It is fun and exciting. Why did I do that? Okay, there we go. Let me turn down the sound.
Yeah, just